Prologue. He kicked me again at my lower abdomen. I fall onto the cold, icy floor with unbearable pain. He has already hit me countless times. My whole body was aching, but I was also scared to worry about my physical pain. I have to get out of here. I crawled away from him with all the strength I had, but my luck ended with a big, dusty wall. Boxes, barrels, unused machinery, and all sorts of junk were piled up on both sides. I had no way out from the back, the right, or the left. The only way out was from the front, where he and his 4 friends were blocking my way. So, how am I going to escape? Please let me go! I will do anything you ask! Please let me go! I cried. I screamed while trying to foolishly hide myself leaning against the back wall. Why? Why do you want to go? This is so much fun, isn't it? He laughed like he was insane. All 5 of them started to laugh at me. The more I begged them, the more they laughed at me. It's not that I care that they're laughing at me. It's not that I care that they hit me. I don't even mind if they humiliate me. Because all of my instincts that I had as a girl was telling me that there was something far worse going to happen. He kneeled in front of me and pulled me to him. He smelled like sweat and alcohol. He was drunk. All of them were drunk and high. They all looked out of their minds. Please, I beg you to let me go. I promise, He grabbed my face with his right hand and forced me into a kiss. His lips crashed onto mine, his tongue forcing me to open me up for him so he could explore more. His saliva mixed with alcohol, nicotine, and all other disgusting things made me feel like I wanted to vomit. I tried to hold my breath. I couldn't stand the sickening smell coming out from him. I wiggled my body trying to escape from him, but he was much stronger than me. I started to punch him with all the strength that I had, but he didn't seem to care. Maybe he didn't feel any of my punches. He was just too consumed with his lust. He's now tracing my tongue with his sticky, gross one. I bit his tongue. I hoped it was painful. You bitch! He cursed me and pulled away from the kiss. I saw some blood coming out of his mouth. He stared at me in shock. His eyes were burning in anger. I knew I was in much more danger now. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I'm sorry. Let me go. Tie her up and plaster her fucking mouth, he ordered. I don't know where the hell they found all the ropes. They tied my hands and my feet to the nearby column. Then they plastered my mouth. You little bitch. How dare you bite me? Get ready to pay the consequences, he smirked. He came to me and started kissing, licking, and biting my neck. I tried to move my neck away, so he started to slap me hard. So hard I couldn't keep count of how many times he slapped me. My face was burning, and my head was almost exploding. He pulled my baggy sweater to the sides. It was already torn up, showing the t-shirt I was wearing under that. It was a tight t-shirt that clung to my body, showing all my curves. He stared at my chest for a few moments. She's got big boobs. I love girls with big boobs, he said, cupping my breasts over my t-shirt. His hands on me felt rough and disgusting. "Why the hell are you hiding all these treasures under these baggy sweaters all the time?" he says, pulling up my t-shirt above my breasts. Now it was just my bra covering my poor breasts. "We are gonna have so much fun. I can't wait to see your pussy." He started to unbutton my jeans, and his friends were cheering. I didn't want to lose the only thing I had left of dignity to these crazy drunken monsters. I would prefer to die before losing myself to them. I wiggled. I tried everything to protest. But I was just a small doe captured by a pack of wolves. He started to pull my jeans down, exposing my underwear. I closed my eyes. I couldn't stand having my poor body being exposed in front of their lustful eyes. "Stop now!" A strong masculine voice echoed all over the storeroom. "Who the hell do you think—" He turned around to see the person who the voice belonged to. "You," he said in surprise. He sounded utterly shocked. I opened my eyes to see who the stranger was. I couldn't believe it. It was the last person I expected. "This is none of your business," he says to the person who has disturbed his salacious operation. It was none of my business, but now it is. Now get the hell out of here, or I will kill every single one of you and put your shameful bodies out for the dogs to eat. But," he started to complain, "I think I should make myself more clear to you." The next moment, one of the drunken fellows was flying in the air. Okay, we're out of here. Forgive us. Bye." They all ran out. All of them were frightened and drunk. So they couldn't even run properly. They were basically crawling out. I was amazed by how this whole situation turned upside down. And now I had to face the biggest trouble yet. The last person I expected to appear in this kind of situation was walking towards me, his eyes focusing in on mine. I felt embarrassed as I remembered I was half naked. I was literally in my underwear. First, he unplastered my mouth. Then he started to pull up my jeans. I wanted to tell him to first untie me. Then I could do all of this embarrassing stuff by myself. He's the last person on earth I want to be embarrassed in front of. "First, please." He covered my mouth with his palm and made me silent. His touch sent a shiver through me. I was disgusted by how they touched me minutes ago. But his touch, I craved it. He then continued to pull up my jeans gently and button them up. Then he pulled down my t-shirt. My sweater was torn, so we couldn't do anything about that. Finally, he untied me from the column. He removed his jersey and wrapped it over me. "Let's go," he said, putting his hand around my waist and making me lean onto him. And from that moment, my entire life changed. I am just nobody. Do you feel like your life is difficult? Or are you having a lot of trouble living your life? Believe me, you won't think like that after hearing my story. Let me introduce myself first. I'm just a nobody, but my name is Sarah Anderson. I have one brother, Shane Anderson, who is actually my twin brother, and he's just a few minutes older than me. But we are polar opposites of each other. He is more than 6 feet tall, super masculine, and very handsome. He's the goalkeeper of the university football team and one of its most prominent members. He's really good at making friends, and everyone loves him. Girls are all over him. Me, on the other hand, I'm not beautiful at all. Or I've never been told I am beautiful by anyone. So I guess that means I'm not beautiful. I suck at sports, while my brother excels at them. I'm not good at making friends or any type of socialization. And of course, no one loves me. Not even my parents or my brother. I'm just a headache for all of them. My brother hates to even think of me as his sister. So basically, no one in the university knows that I am his sister. I can't really blame him for that, because even if he did tell somebody, who would believe that this ugly nerd is his sister? I am a computer engineering student at Queen's University, the most prestigious university in the country. It's the only thing in my life that I have any pride over. Even though I'm not really good at anything else, I am really good at studying. And I don't have to study too hard for exams to get good grades, as I can memorize things pretty quickly. Therefore, I could easily obtain a full scholarship and be accepted into the university of my dreams. When it comes to education, again, my brother is very different from me. He sucks at studying. It's just my parents' money and his talent in sports that got him accepted to Queen's University. My parents stopped supporting my education a long time ago. They told me that they have to focus on Shane's education, and they don't care if I study or not. No matter how many times I won awards or any other recognition for my education, they never congratulate me. Neither of my parents attended a single one of my prize givings, where I got so many recognitions for my achievements. They turned a blind eye to my report card filled with A's, but they were so amazed seeing Shane get at least one C. I have to do a few part-time jobs to support my studies ever since I was just 13 years old. And also, no matter how many part-time jobs I have, I still have to do all the household work as well. Cooking, cleaning, washing, everything. None of them even wash their own underwear or the plates they use. My mom and dad always say that I should be grateful that they let me stay in the house and that they feed me, so I need to do all the work to show my gratitude. They don't give me a proper room to stay in either. I stay in the storeroom. I've made a small space for me there. I don't have much in my possession, so I don't need a big space. The storeroom doesn't have proper heating or cooling, so in summer I have to stay sweating, and in winter I get frozen up. I can't remember the last time they bought me something to wear. If I buy something for myself, it's from the used clothes sales. And since I don't have much to spend on clothing, I always wear the same things. Some t-shirts, baggy sweaters, and jeans. I only have one pair of shoes to wear wherever I go. In case I have to go to some kind of interview or something special, I used to borrow a pair of shoes from my mom for the day. Of course, I get beaten up until I can't walk anymore at night as a consequence. But I have no other choice. I never wear makeup. Not because I hate them, but I can't afford it. So, everyone sees me as a girl with messy hair, an ungroomed face, and who always wears oversized clothes and old shoes. They see me as someone who doesn't have even a basic sense of fashion, a total nerd. My family members don't think twice about beating me whenever they feel it's required. They call them punishments. But I don't have to do anything wrong in order to get punished. If they have a bad day at work or school, they will punish me to make their mood better. If they have a good reason to be happy, then they'll punish me to make them even happier. Shane has actually gone beyond that, and he started to bully me outside as well. At school, he's my main bully. Everyone at school loves him, and they know that Shane hates me more than anything. So they find bullying me is the best way to make a good impression on him. Things didn't change at university as well. He continued to bully me as he pleases, and people joined him for two reasons here. One is, like I mentioned earlier, they want to make a good impression on Shane. The second reason? They couldn't stand a scholarship student like me who looks so poor and unattractive getting endorsed by all the lecturers. I normally wake up around 4 in the morning to finish off any assignments or anything to do with studying. After all the work in the day, I go to sleep around 12 every day, with a tired, aching body and a crying heart. I don't care that they make me work or treat me unfairly, but the way they scold me, the way they humiliate me, the way they treat me like a slave, breaks my heart each and every day. You may be wondering why I don't run away from all of this shit and start a new life. Well, I could never dare to do so. At least this way I'm staying with people that I know, the only ones I've known my entire life. No matter how hard and depressing my life is, there are two things that make me get up every day and get going. One thing that I guess you must have guessed is studying. I want to become an engineer, to find a good job, because that is the only way I can get out of this hell. The second thing is, well, the second thing is a guy. Jake. Jacob McMiller. The most handsome man I have ever seen in my entire life. He is the captain of the football team, and he's also a top student. Everyone, including lecturers, love him. The difference between him and Shane is that he doesn't love them back, while Shane is a total playboy. Jake always keeps to himself. He doesn't have that many friends. He's the secret crush of many girls. Even the girls that date Shane have crushes on him. Since they can't go for the best, I think they stop where they can reach and date the next best option. You must think of me as a typical campus girl drooling over everyone's Prince Charming. But the reason I am so obsessed with him has nothing to do with his looks or his talent. We are often studying the same subjects, but we haven't talked with each other, not even once. I doubt he even knows a girl called Sarah Anderson is existing in the same world as him. But just getting to look at him every day, I feel a strong connection to him. I feel under his arrogant, ruthless self there is a kind, gentle, soft, and lonely soul. I don't really know why I feel this way, but I always feel like he has something connected to me, even though he seems to be leagues ahead of me in every aspect. The best thing is, he's never bullied me. I'm so used to getting bullied by everyone, so when there is an exception, I'm attracted to him naturally. But that's just one reason. I always go to watch every football match, not because I am a die-hard football fan, but because I love to watch him play. There, I can stare at him as much as I want, without it being too creepy. So, that's basically all there is to know about me. Just a nobody. My life every day is just the same boring and heartbreaking nightmare. Until one day, that day that something happened. You may think of it as a mere gesture of kindness, but to me, it became my hope, my encouragement, and eventually my life. Drink and smile. This morning, I have a severe headache, so I stayed home. I didn't really have that many lectures to go to today, since 2 of them were canceled. I wanted to go to the cafe where I go to work part-time, but my headache had me tied to the bed the whole morning and afternoon. After getting some good sleep, I woke up around 3 p.m. Today there is a football match on the campus. One of the other university teams is coming to ours for a friendly match. As I said earlier, I never like to miss a single football match. It's the only chance to see my Jake as much as I desire. So I washed up, dressed in my usual clothes, and prepared to go to university. I came down from my room, ready to go, and I was shocked to find my mom was weeping on the couch in the living room. My dad was holding her hand and trying to calm her down. I didn't know they were home. Normally at this time, they would be at work. "Mom, what happened?" I asked, a bit panicked. My mom is not someone who usually cries easily, so I was really scared that something really bad must have happened. She stopped sobbing for a moment and stared at me. Then she got up from the couch, ignoring my dad who tried to make her sit again. "You bloody bitch, you destroyed my life!" She started to hit me out of nowhere. "Mom, please, what have I done? I'm sorry." I apologized for I don't know what I'm even apologizing for while trying to escape her. But she grabbed my neck and started to suffocate me. "What you have done? You were born. This is what you have done. I should have killed you right in my womb," she was screaming. My heart stopped for a second. I couldn't breathe. Not just because she was choking me. My heart was throbbing at what I just heard. "Lisa, let her go. You're going to kill her." Dad tried to get her hands off of my throat. "I want to kill her. I should have done this way earlier. I was afraid it would harm my Shane, or else I would have already killed this bitch. But she was not ready to let me go." She was screaming and choking me more and more. I was coughing. I was wriggling as much as I could. It was so painful, I couldn't bear it. However, my dad got her off me. I fell to the floor. It was so difficult to breathe. I was still coughing and trying to process everything. "We could have put her in an orphanage right after she was born, and you didn't let me." My mom was still screaming while trying to escape my father's hands and strike me again. She was acting like a total beast, screaming and cursing at me. I wanted to get up and run away without hearing her words, but I couldn't. My legs felt like jelly. I tried my best to get up on the table next to me, but each time I fell back to the floor. So I couldn't stop hearing all the unbearable, unexpected words from my mother, the person who gave birth to me. Finally, when I could stand on my own feet, she was still yelling at me. I hugged my backpack tightly and ran away, not looking back at them. By then, I had heard enough. Enough for my entire life. I don't know how I made it to university. I was walking towards the faculty, and it was already 4:40 p.m., the time the match was going to start. I didn't really have the mood to go for it. I walked inside our building and went onto the elevator. I pressed for the 10th floor on the highest floor. There are some lecture rooms on that floor, but most of the floor area is used for storage. No one even uses the existing lecture halls on that floor. So whenever I want to hide out, this is where I go. And in my life, quite often do I need a hideout. So I prepared a permanent place for me there. Just after I reached the place, I burst into tears again. My ears were filled with my mother's words. How could my mother think about killing me, even before I was born? She kept saying how she wanted to kill me right after she found out she was having twins. How they decided it was me who was going to get killed, not Shane, even before we were born, without even knowing our genders. If they needed only one kid, why couldn't they pick me? Why was it Shane? Why, Mom? Why did you and Dad select him over me? What wrong have I done? Before I was even born. I know they don't love me. I know that they're always going to choose Shane over me no matter what. But hearing how they wanted to kill me, even when I was in my mother's womb, and that they had plans to put me in an orphanage, it killed the tiniest, last hope that I had for my family. I was always being left out. I have no one with me. But today, at this very moment, I feel 1,000 times lonelier than I have ever been. How do I go back to them again? How do I face them again, knowing they wanted to kill me? But where else would I go? What else would I do? I was sobbing and battling with my thoughts for who knows how long. I must have fallen asleep in the middle. When I opened my eyes, it was really dark and I couldn't see a thing. I opened my phone to check the time. It was 9 p.m. I got up and collected a backpack from the floor. I saw a cup on the nearby table from the flashlight on my phone. It was hot chocolate, and it was hot. I looked everywhere in the room to see who kept this cup right there, but there was no one. Whoever had put it there must have left not so long ago. There was a small note stuck to the cup, too. "Drink and smile," the note said. I groaned. Is someone trying to pull a prank on me? It's usual that they would give me this kind of surprise and then get me in trouble later. But then my phone vibrated, notifying a new message. It was an unknown number. "I hope you enjoy your favorite drink. Don't worry, this is not a prank. Get home safely." I almost dropped my phone with surprise. Who the hell is this? And how do they know that hot chocolate is my favorite drink? Is this really not a prank? Or is this just a totally new level of pranks? I took the cup in my hand and smelt it. It smells heavenly, and I remembered I hadn't really eaten anything since the morning. I took a small sip, and oh my God, it was so delicious. "Thank you for the nice surprise. It's delicious. May I know who you are?" I replied, while walking towards the elevator with the half-empty cup in my hand. After coming out of university, I fell again into the same dilemma. What should I do now? Should I just forget everything and go home? Where would I stay? At a bus stop? A station? Where? I get on the bus to go home. The three of them were talking about random things and watching TV when I entered. "Where the hell were you? We had to order food since you didn't prepare dinner. You fucking useless bitch!" my mother shouted when she saw me. I didn't say anything, and I walked directly to my room. After a quick wash, I sat near my table. I didn't feel sleepy at all. My mind was consumed with many thoughts. Then my phone vibrated. A new message from the unknown number. I opened the message with my fingers shaking. I really wanted to know who this was. You may find out at the right time. Until then, call me whatever you want. Good night, Princess. Princess. Tears filled my eyes. This is the first time in my entire life someone called me Princess. I know it's just a kind gesture, but some anonymous messenger called me Princess. It's hard not to think about that as big. But my life is only filled with sorrows and tears. So this small thing, it just felt so pleasant in my heart. And for the first time in my life, I felt special.
Full story is available at novelpalace.com. Click the link in the comment section to get it free.